Still in shock, to be honest. I just can't believe that we're All-Ireland champions. I don't think it has sunk in yet, but it's an incredible feeling to have the cup and, the bunch of girls and celebrating in the dressing room. Something I'll never forget. It was absolutely brilliant.
It's the way to do it, isn't it, though? Get your first Premier Junior final, first time for a lot of you girls to hurl at Croke Park and go and win it the first day out.
Yeah, I suppose there was disappointment last year against Carlow, as would have talked about over the summer with you, and I suppose last year we learnt our lessons, and this time Dublin threw everything at us there in the second half, and the back stood up to be counted. Cueva, who got player of the match, was absolutely incredible. I'd say she covered every blade of grass in the pitch in midfield, and the forwards just fought nail and tooth for every ball, and it's work rate and it's hard, and who wants it more, and I think we wanted it more today, and I think we deserve to win, and I'm absolutely over the moon.
We'll talk about the game itself, maybe back to front, because that second half you only scored 2 points and one of those points coming quite late as well. Your defence, obviously, you have to take a lot of credit for this win then, to hold Dublin out in the second half.
Yeah, I suppose. Listen, it's a big pitch and a lot of open spaces, and the forwards were incredible in the first half, but I suppose maybe we didn't get the ball down either in the second half, but I suppose we did stand up to be counted, and we were definitely tested. This was probably the biggest test we had this year against Dublin, and the six backs, Fiona in goals, she pulled off 2-3 super saves, everyone just rode in and got the job done.
And Dublin made sure that they weren't going to go away. They get that goal 40 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, and I actually had dropped the ball. The ball was coming in and I had my eye on it, and next thing I think I had my eye on seats and the Davin stand. I don't know what I was looking at, and it fell out of my hand, but I suppose that gave them a boost. But over the year playing the intermediate, I suppose, league this year, that stood to us as well, because we knew what we had to do if games got tight, and we dug it out today, and just absolutely thrilled over the moon.
Playing in a final like this, is that part of the adjustment as well, though, getting used to the circumstances? Because first kind of 10 minutes or so you were maybe a bit of a slow start today.
I think we were nervous. It's Croke Park, it's where you want to be on All-Ireland final day, and we got there, but of course nerves had a part to play in the first 10 minutes, and I suppose we settled into it, and Dublin had only scored 2 points when we were a little bit shaky. They didn't utilise the chances that they had, and once we got into it, and Sheila McGrath and Denise, oh my God, they literally just ran at the defence. They couldn't stick with them, couldn't live with them, and Dinah on the freeze, and Pam, everyone was just brilliant. So we adjusted after the 10 minutes, getting used to the pitch, I suppose, and we drove on then to get over the line. And
I suppose must be delighted, reel off 1 goal and 8 points without reply in that spell, where you were really good the rest of the first half. That was obviously the winning of the game, was that 1-8.
Yeah, it was. That was the winning of the game, and looking back now in hindsight, there was still probably another 20-30% left in the tank in that second half, where we could have gone and done more and more, but I suppose Dublin had it set up that it was so clustered in the middle that we physically couldn't get the ball into the forwards. So I suppose they had their homework done, but we did what we had to do, and we were brilliant. We were brilliant today. I'm delighted with everybody, and delighted with the players, management, everyone that was behind us.
You already mentioned obviously how important Denise's goal was, a great goal as well, and maybe Pam has been doing a lot of the scoring during the year, but there's Denise McGrath standing up on the big day for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Denise's goal was brilliant. She took on the defence, and that's what you want, and she got the goal. And in fairness, Pamela there, she mightn't have gotten all the scores on the board this time, but she was still a danger, and Dublin knew that as well, and they had to man mark her, and even her little flicks, her touches, she was brilliant as well. So I suppose it's kind of where we've come on maybe from last year, that we're not just dependent on Pamela all the time, that we now have 7-8 other players that can shoot and score in the forward line and midfield, and everyone stood up today, and it was just a brilliant performance, and I'm proud of every single one of them. They were brilliant.
You see a picture there, yourself and Johnny Greville giving a fist pumps on the pitch after the game as well, after the picture of the team. What kind of a difference has he made over the last couple of years? Because as an outsider watching you, it seems Johnny has helped you to get to maybe a higher level.
Johnny is such a good trainer, such a good manager, and I suppose in one way we're lucky to have such a manager with us in the ladies in the camogie, because down the road I think he'll be managing big senior men's teams and winning All-Irelands maybe with them, because that's the type of person he is. He has that charisma and that personality, and he loves hurling, he loves camogie, and he over the last 2 years literally from, we had a sports analysis with us, Thomas Mount this year. We had video recordings, we had, you name it, we had it. And Johnny literally put his whole heart and life into it, and we were out 3-4 times a week, and always there, always pushing us, wanting us to do better, wanting us to achieve. And today we did that.
And when you look back in this kind of championship summer as well, we'd Sarah Ann Fitzgerald from Laois on the commentary with us earlier on, and she was saying how impressed she was with how he played in the Leinster this year. Since that defeat to Laois, you've gone and won every single game in the championship to be crowned champions. To actually win it, undefeated, that must make it extra special, does it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I said that before, the league and the Leinster, although our goal was to win All Ireland, we still wanted to be competitive in all those games during the year. And to be honest, that's what we were competitive. And I'm looking down here, and Cork are playing here in the intermediate final, and we lost to them in the league, and that all stands to us, playing those top teams and playing a division above us and playing Laois. And that day we lost by 4 points against Laois, and all of that in the back of your mind, all the players knew that we are able to win. And I suppose today's the pinnacle of that, and we're All Ireland. I was going to say county, we're All Ireland champions.
And Joe, Fiona,